The Wolverines of Bo Schembechler, 8-2 overall in the season, 7-1 in the Big Ten Conference. Earl Bruce's Buckeyes, a similar 8-2 mark, 6-2 in the Big Ten. The Wolverines, Lee, conceivably could tie for the Big Ten Conference Championship. That is, if Northwestern was to upset Illinois today.
Fat chance. The captains are meeting at the 50-yard line along with the officials for the toss of the coin. Stefan Humphreys and John Lott for the University of Michigan. For the Buckeyes, Garcia Lane, Roland Tatum, Bill Roberts, and John Frank, the quad captains.
Coach, tell the truth. You have little butterflies?
A little bit. Yes, a little bit.
Me too, Coach.
I bet you do. I don't think anybody here.
Ohio State won the toss.
Great.
And they elected to receive.
Todd Slopey will get things underway for Ohio State and Michigan, and here we go.
Woolridge and Lindsey deep. Ball goes to Woolridge.
And Tom Zach goes to Walker up the middle immediately. And the young kid stopped by Al Sintich. So Barry Walker, 6 foot, 214 pounds, 122 carries, a 4.9 average out of Lancaster, gets the call to open things. Call it 2nd and 1 at the 29-yard line.
So it's 2nd down and 1. And a pitch out. Now going to Byers. Flag goes down. He has the first down. We'll wait for the official call. Michigan turnover.
Yes, it is. We have an illegal motion penalty against the Buckeyes of Ohio State.
All right, now they move the fullback, Walker, into that wing on the left side. Byers the lone back. And Tomczak firing to the fullback at the 30-yard line. As we talked about that offense, Byers, Broadnax did not get the start at the fullback position. Rather, it was Barry Walker. Sort of a surprise. John Frank, certainly the cream of the receivers there, the tight end. He's outstanding and looking for his 108th reception in this ball game. That would make him the #2 receiver in Buckeye history. 1st and 10 at the 31. And the first down gathered up by Barry. Walker, of course, having to confront with this Michigan defense on that last carry. A little bit of a change in there as Tim Anderson, of course, getting the starting call. Carlton Rose once again starting, this time on the inside at a linebacker post. 2nd down and 3 at the 38-yard line of the Buckeyes. Byers on the carry. And if you're going to stop him, that's the way to do it.
As we take a look at the Michigan secondary, Brad Cochran and John Lott, the corners, the safeties, Evan Cooper and Tony Gant.
All right, it's 3rd down and 3 for the Buckeyes. And Tomczak getting pressure, firing out. And Michigan with a great charge. Carl Edwards, the punter, now back to punt. He carries a 42.9 average in the Big Ten for the year, just about 38 a punt. Cooper back at his 18-yard line for Michigan. Low, spiraling kick that'll bounce around the 26 and bouncing out of bounds. So the University of Michigan goes on offense for the first time this afternoon. The line of scrimmage at the Wolverine 26. Garrett and Rogers, the running backs. Handoff to Rogers, cuts it back up over the middle. 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Could go all the way, and instead it's hauled down from behind, right around the 29-yard line. So the ball is marked at the Ohio State 27. 1st and 10. Steve Smith faking a handoff to his fullback, pitches now to Rogers, and Rogers goes out of bounds.
Well, they came with the option, Ray. They came with the option, and it worked well. They got 5 on the play.
And to make that option go, the offensive line of Michigan is going to have to do a whale of a job blocking up front. Smith and Garrett and Rogers in the backfield, the receivers. Nelson, Mark Ray, and Bean. Mark Ray and Bean, the wide receivers. 2nd down and 7 for Michigan. Mark Ray wide to the left, Bean wide to the right. And it's Garrett on the carry, gets across the 20. On defense, in that 3-man forward wall for Ohio State, Laurie, Lee, Backus, and Tatum. Tatum a good one, a hard hitter. And in the secondary, a very strong secondary, and that's the strongest part about Ohio State's defense. Need 2 yards. And Garrett going straight ahead.
Got to float outside.
Garrett comes out of the ball game. Armstrong now in a fullback to go with Rogers. Fake to Armstrong. Option play. Smith on the carry. Gets inside the 15. Second down and 7. 3 yards on that carry. Armstrong stays in there at fullback. And Armstrong on the carry. Third down and about 3 yards needed.
Double tight ends, Ray.
Garrett back in at fullback. And Smith trying to cut back in. Does not get the first down. Bergeron has that ball marked by Decker at the 16. It'll be a 26-yard attempt. And for Bergeron, attempting his 15th field goal of the year. He's 14 for 15. Give him number 15 with 8:14 to go in this first quarter. Michigan goes on top on a 26-yard field goal by Bergeron. Michigan 3, Ohio State nothing. The Wolverines on top by a score of 3-0. Schlopy all set for the kickoff. Lindsey and Woolridge back there to take the kickoff. And it's Lindsey, number 20, decides to come out. At the 15, straight ahead, gets close to the 17-yard line. At the 17, make it 1st and 10. Byers on the carry. Fumble, loose ball down there. Recovered by Ohio State. Lost, 2nd down and 10 for Ohio State. Byers again. Nope, check it. Woolridge on the carry. Up next, the fullback is in that wing pack position. Fake to the fullback, and now coming out throwing, and I believe it is Jemison who makes the reception.
Yes, he's got 1 foot in. The catch is good, and Ohio State with a first down.
Byers on a 1st and 10, trying to slide outside. No part of it. A couple of times, Michigan on that last drive used 7 running plays plus the field goal, so they have not gone to the air as yet. 3-0 Michigan, 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Byers on the carry, and boy, he is swarmed over just about his motion to the 42-yard line. Just about 43% on their 3rd down conversions for the year. They are 3rd and 8. Tomczak has a man open, and on the catch this time, it's John Frank. Is
still worked.
All right, Edwards on the punt. End over end. Cooper waiting for it at his 14-yard line and gets out of bounds. 1st and 10 at the Wolverine 21-yard line. Remember the first play, they went from the line of scrimmage moments ago. A 47-yard jaunt by this man, Rogers. This time he is not that successful. Gets a couple of yards. Now they use Rogers in that little slot as a wing position on the left side. Smith with a man open. And close to the first down. Ball at the 33 of the Wolverines. Fake to Rogers. Smith with plenty of time. Good blocking. Firing deep. DeMarcray should go all the way. Will go all the way. Touchdown, Michigan.
Big play by the Wolverines, and a very big mistake by the cornerback back there, Sean Gale, who we talked about at the top of the show, Ray.
Bergeron to try for the extra point. Decker all set to hold. Ball is down, the ball is up, the kick is good. And so with 3 minutes and 48 seconds to go, the University of Michigan Wolverines 10, the Buckeyes of Ohio State nothing. 10-0, 3:48 to go in the opening quarter. Michigan on top. Schlopy's kick. And taken this time by Lindsey. He elects not to bring it out. So Ohio State with Byers and Walker, the running backs. Pitch out to Byers. Trying to use some blocking. Didn't get much blocking. Swarmed under. It's 2nd down and 8 for Ohio State at the 22-yard line of the Buckeyes. And now Tomczak going to an audible and tries to put a man in motion. That man is Anderson. Hand off to Byers. Got a little daylight that time across the 25. 3rd down and 2. And this time it was the carry by Byers. Brodnick's the fullback. Woolridge on the carry. Tomczak got a man deep. Lott tried to intercept and couldn't do it. Completed down there to Anderson at the Tomczak, the signal caller for Ohio State. And the handoff this time to the fullback Barry Walker. Last couple of ball games getting into the contest. Carlton Rose has come out of the ball game at linebacker for Michigan. 2nd down and 10. No gain on that last one. Here's Byers plodding along. Great second effort. Face now a 3rd and 6 at the 36-yard line of Michigan. Tomczak wants to pass. Avoids a would-be tackler and then fires behind Jemison. So 4th down and 6 coming up. Michigan on top by a score of 10-0, and that is the end of the first quarter. To start the second quarter, will gamble for the first down. It is 4th down and 5. Tomczak, good protection, a lot of time, and firing out to Byers, close to the first down. Well, you take a look right now for yourselves. Yes, just did get it. So the 1st and 10, Buckeyes at the Michigan 31-yard line. We're just into the second quarter. Handoff to Byers. Almost lost that ball. He was juggling it as he hit the line of scrimmage. Ball 9 times now for Ohio State for 19 yards. He got 1 on that last carry. A repeat performance this time. Close to the first down, spinning and turning inside the Michigan. They'll mark it at the 20-yard line. State with the first down at the Michigan 20-yard line. 1st down and 10. Byers gets the call again right over the middle. Just about 5 yards. 2nd down and 6. Byers again, this time on the pitch out. And they really submarined him over there in a... That was Frank, the tight end, in motion. And they go to Frank. He steps out of bounds at the 5-yard line. And all Big Ten, his 108th catch of the year, of his career, that is. Byers goes no place, stacked up at the line of scrimmage at the 5-yard line. Fumble, Michigan's ball. Oh, a turn of events here with 12 minutes and 7 seconds to go. And Michigan doing a big job of causing the turnover at the Wolverine 5-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 6, so it's 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers on the carry. We'll get maybe a yard or 2.
You got to put points up.
Rodgers got 1 yard on that last carry. 2nd down and 9. Here's Rodgers again. And Gang tackled as he is shy of getting up to that 10-yard line. Rodgers 5 carries, a total of 56 yards. And Michigan faced now with a 3rd down and 7 at the Michigan 9-yard line. Smith looking and firing low. A look at number 12 quickly, and that was Garcia Lane back. He has returned 2 punts this year for touchdown, so keep an eye on him this time. Number 12, Bracken punts it out of the end zone, not very far, bounces at the 35, gets an Ohio State bounce, back to the Michigan 25-yard line. Michigan's Don Bracken turned out to be only 17 yards. So at the 26-yard line of Michigan, Ohio State goes on the attack. And across the 26.
More time against the Michigan blitz. It works, and he throws a real nice pass on the run. Frank again, a nice catch. Coverage by Lyles is not bad.
Tomczak now 7 of 9 in the passing department for a total of 90 yards. Byers breaks a couple of tackles, drives all the way to the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, Ohio State at the Michigan 5-yard line. And driving down close to the 1-yard line, Tomczak on. Handoff to Byers, and Byers with a little extra effort driving into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. And so after 32 quarters, Michigan's defense finally coughs up a touchdown in the rushing department.
Straight power. Watch Byers. Rolls into the hole behind Zelensky. Anderson hits him behind the goal line, but he rolled off and got in. Watch 57 Anderson. He hits him back there, but then it's Byers. All Byers and all his power.
Number 10 for Ohio State. And his kick is up and good. So the Buckeyes get on the board with 8 minutes and 44 seconds to go in the second quarter. Michigan 10, Ohio State 7. A gain of 5 on the carry. That time by the fullback for Michigan. 2nd and 5. Fake to Garrett. Option play. Steve Smith eluded a couple of would-be tacklers.
Exactly. Depending upon which way the corner man on the line of scrimmage defensively plays him.
1st and 10 at the Michigan 30-yard line. And this time Garrett on the carry. And we'll say 7. A long 7. Smith faking. Wants to pass on the run. Looking over the middle. And he's got Sim Nelson. Sim Nelson has enough for the first down. That's 1st and 10 at the Michigan 44-yard line. Fullback Garrett. Speedy getting through. Nice opening. Michigan now 2nd and 4 at the 49. The Michigan 49-yard line. Rodgers trying to find running room. No go that time at the 50-yard line. Smith coming up the middle. Has the first down to the 45, 44-yard line. Garrett and Rodgers, the running backs, in behind Steve Smith. 1st and 10 at 44 of Ohio State. Handoff is to Rogers. Good blocking. Grabbing him first up there was Orlando Lowry. 2nd and 6. Well, Michigan down 2 for 4 in their 3rd down conversion. Pitch out to Rogers. 1st down. Driven out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Kelvin Bell leading the fray wide to the right. And it's Garrett on the carry. Running straight up inside the 20-yard line. Great fake that time by the quarterback Smith. Michigan leading 10-7. Smith keeps it up the middle inside the 5-yard line. Tripped up by Bell. Also a little help in there from Hill. Long count. Handoff is to Garrett. Piled up just at the 3-yard line. Driving straight ahead a yard. Rogers slant driving. It was good blocking by Garrett. Maybe just shy of that touchdown inside the 1-yard line. Couldn't get in.
Tried to dive in, but Rogers tried to dive in, and Ohio State came up big right at the point of attack. Calling it a delay again and again. It didn't seem like they took a lot of time on that.
Results on the score. Ohio State fans are jubilant. Michigan fans are disappointed. 10-7 the score remains. We've got a timeout. Look at the field goals, Jim.
Well, it looked like he did kick it right straight, but it got over the right crossbar.
Submarine in there to make the stop on Byers. Down to 30 seconds remaining in the 1st half. 4th down and 3 yards needed by Ohio State. The buck will be the end of the 1st half. It was not cinched, by the way. We'll wait for the kickoff to get the 2nd half underway. And we are underway. Driving Rogers deep into the end zone. That ball bouncing through. A total of 237, but leading only 10-7 in this game. 1st and 10. And Smith giving to his fullback, Garrett. Sim Nelson, the tight end, is wide on the left side. Rolling down the right side on the keeper was Smith, but not going too far. 3rd and 6 for Michigan. Smith back to pass. Now going back to his fullback, Garrett. Just one in the 2nd quarter of only 17 yards. Garcia Lane waiting for it. He'll take it around the 49-yard line. Hewlett is in there to down it at the 48-yard line of Ohio State with good field position at the 50-yard line. 1st and 10. We saw Mallory come off of there. That means Andy Moeller has gone into the linebacking, the sophomore out of Ann Arbor. 2nd down and throwing on the run. Tomczak wanting to pass again. Plenty of time. Going to Anderson. Almost intercepted by Cooper. It is incomplete. The senior out of Groveport, Ohio. Left-footed kicker gets one away. It's a beauty. Deep and heading for the end zone. Touchback. Anderson there, number 81 on the left side. Sim Nelson on the right side. Garrett and Rogers, the running backs. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line of the Wolverines. Rogers gets the call, driving straight ahead, maybe 3 yards. Mark Ray in the flanker position. Bean split as a split in on that left side. Fake to the fullback. On the keeper this time. And I'll tell you, Ohio State did a splendid job causing no pitch. 3rd down and 7, Wolverines. The lone back is Garrett. Passing situation. And firing complete to Mark Ray. Long gallop. Touchdown bound. Good fake. Going deep. Intended this time to Sim Nelson. They say complete at the 38-yard line of Ohio State as Sim Nelson for a total of 49 yards. 1st and 10. Rick Rogers tripped up, reaching in there at the 36. 2nd and 8. Fake to Armstrong, the fullback. Smith looking. And now sideline pattern. Nelson on the left side as a tight end.
Blitz.
And going to Mark Ray. Can't hang on to it. Took a lusty hit that time. The near side of the field, Garcia Lane standing around the 10-yard line. Bracken punting high, Spyro. And that one will float in and out of the end zone. 10-7, Michigan leading. We're into the 3rd quarter. Contact made as Sanchez comes across. 1st and 5 now. 5-yard penalty against the Wolverines. Marks it to the 25-yard line. Byers, and he picked the spot. Lott gets over there and downs him. Byers brought it up to the 44-yard line of Ohio State. 1st down and 10. Byers has picked up 77 yards on the ground now. He gets the call again, spinning and churning and getting close to the 48-yard line. Fake to Byers. Tomczak firing, and a pass is trying to motion, and Tomczak faking and going over the middle to Jemison. It is complete and run out of bounds at the Michigan 42. 1st and 10 at the Michigan 42-yard line. Here's Byers again, and Byers was greeted by Mallory that yard line, and now at the Michigan 40. Tomczak looking, has a man open, complete to Anderson, gets away from one would-be tackler. Cooper on the chase and drives him out of bounds. 18-yard line. Fake to the fullback. Now the pitch on the option play. Byers chased by Gant. Byers in. Touchdown, Ohio State. Perfect timing that time by Tomczak on his pitch.
You don't see Ohio State run the option much because Steve Smith, or rather Mike Tomczak, is not the option quarterback that Steve Smith is. But this time they got it working and they come outside. Now Tomczak does a good job holding on to the ball. He's got Rodney Lyles in a pickle. Lyles has to stop the quarterback. Now it's out there, almost a clip out there by Anderson, but he got the pitch out late. Gant one-on-one with
Spangler to try for the extra point. His kick is up, and his kick is good. And so the Buckeyes, for the first time this afternoon, have gone in front of the Wolverines of Michigan. Score, Buckeye. Buckeyes all set to kick off now and having the lead for the first time. Kerry Smith, number 23, joins Rick Rogers at the goal line for Michigan. And Kerry Smith will not bring it out. And, of course, the Fiesta Bowl also enters the picture. 1st and 10. Smith rolling out, looking for somebody, trying to find somebody. Has Bean open at the 39. And a rule no catch. Behind Steve Smith. Bean wide to the left. Mark Ray wide to the right. And again, Smith wanting to go to the air. He's looking for Bean. Has him open. Can't hang on to him. 3rd down and 10. Still at the 20-yard line of Michigan. Passing situation for the Wolverines. Smith back. Good protection. Fires it complete and has a 1st down. 1st and 10. Nelson and Caddis in there, double tight end for Michigan. Handoff is the fullback. That's Garrett driving close to the 48 line. He got 5 yards on that carry. Mark it at the 48. 2nd down and 5 for the Wolverines. Garrett again. And Garrett stumbling. Michigan in possession. You've seen what Smith has done so far. He's 50% so far in this ball game through the air. Handoff to Rick Rogers, trying to go wide, couldn't do it. Sean Gale in there, the cornerback. Rogers out of the lineup. 2nd down and 10 for the Wolverines. Smith back to pass, looking for somebody. Got a couple open. Sim Nelson makes the reception, breaks the tackle, tripped up by Lane, fumble. They'll rule the ball dead. All right, 1st down for the Wolverines at the 33-yard line of Ohio State. 1st and 10. And it's Garrett that time from 4 catches this afternoon, total of 62 yards. 2nd down and 8 for the Wolverines. Smith now coming up the middle on the draw. And he got close to the 25-yard line. 3rd and 3. Rick Rogers back in there on the wing on the right side. Garrett, the running back, in behind Smith. Smith wants to go the air, needs 3 yards, comes out to Garrett. They're going to be shy of the 1st down. Michigan lines up. The Wolverines are going to try to go for that 1st down. Needing a couple of yards. Rogers and Garrett's the running back. Now Smith failing to following his blockers. He's going to be, I believe, a little bit shy. It'll be close. Oh, Ohio State takes over at its own 25-yard line. 1st and 10. Long count this time by Tomczak. Goes to Byers on the handoff. Slips outside. Cooper giving chase. And Lott at the bottom. To go in the 3rd quarter. The Buckeyes leading 14-10.
holding call on the wide receiver to down since the 1st quarter.
Wideouts for Ohio State. Jemison on the right side. Anderson on the left side. Tomczak firing, looking for Jemison. Broken up by Cochran over there at the 40-yard line. At the Buckeye 15-yard line. Tomczak getting pressure this time and firing complete. A 3rd down and 5 at the 30 of the Buckeyes. Tomczak wants to go to the air again. Goes over the middle complete. And Cooper in there 17 times completed, 11 of those 17 attempts for a total of 134 yards. 1st and 10 at the 37 of the Buckeyes. Don't forget now, Ohio State leading in this game. Byers on the carry, wrapped up around the 39-yard line. After putting the Ohio State Buckeyes in front for the first time this afternoon. 2nd down and 8. Tomczak lucky and firing that time to Frank. Faced with 3rd and 8. Tomczak wants to pass. And picked up by Cochran, intercepted. Cochran, flag has gone down. Cochran brings it back to the 29 to 31 of Ohio State. We'll wait for the call. Michigan has possession. The call goes against Ohio State. 34 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10 for the Wolverines as the Buckeyes turn it over on the interception. Fake to Garrett. Smith carries. Might have got a yard at the most.
Linebackers out there along with the inside linebacker. That option's not going to go.
Michigan got a yard out of that, and that is the end of the 3rd quarter. So when we come back to start the 4th quarter, it'll be the Wolverines 2nd and 9 at the Ohio State 27. The Wolverines trailing by 4. Coming up first play of the 4th quarter. 2nd down and 9 at the 27 of Ohio State. Smith barking his signals to Rogers. Rogers just about to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 8. Smith looking for somebody. Double pump. And to Sim Nelson, complete at the 15-yard line. It's 1st and 10 for Michigan at the Ohio State 15-yard line. Hand off to Rogers. A little daylight on that right side. 2nd down and 4 at the 9-yard line of Ohio State. Michigan faking this time to the fullback. Smith on the option to Rogers to the 5, down to the 3-yard line. 1st and goal for the Wolverines. Kerry Smith the tailback, Garrett the fullback. In behind Steve Smith. Double tight end employed by the Wolverines. Hand off to Garrett, will go no place. They have to capitalize. Trailing by 4. 2nd and goal. From a yard out. Smith keeps, touchdown.
Everybody's looking to get him inside. They come with a fullback fake, and Backus is out there. The fullback runs off and blocks him, but Smitty with his speed is able to turn that corner.
All right, Bergeron now would like nothing better to make this extra point down to the north end of the field through the uprights to put Michigan on top 17-14. His kick is up. His kick is good. 12 minutes and 8 seconds to go in this ball game. Michigan has gone back on top, leading by 3, 17-14 over Ohio State. With 37 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter to set up that drive by Michigan. Line shot that Lindsey elects not to touch. 12 minutes and 8 seconds to go in the ball game. An 80-yard march needed now by the Buckeyes of Ohio State at their own 21st and 10. Fake to Byers. And a pass is completed to Jemison. Anderson wide to the right. Jemison wide to the left. The pitch goes to Byers. Gets around one man, and finally Cooper at the bottom of the pile. And this season, the top rusher, top scorer in the Big Ten. Fake to Byers again. Tomczak firing, complete to Frank, I believe. Tomczak 13-21 for 162 yards. Now looking for Byers, and boy, was their pressure essential all game. 3-point difference. Fake this time to Byers. And fumble, Michigan. Watch Tomczak that time. Coming back in, trying to get the ball. Rose. Tomczak reacted that time, coming away from the center, did not have the ball, thought he had it. Instead, a turnover to Michigan. Giving it to Garrett. Garrett on an extra effort that time. Garrett has carried now 13 times, total of 58 yards on those 13 carries. 3 yards needed for the first down. Garrett again gets the call. First down across the 50.
Beginning to see it here in this Ohio State game.
1st and 10 Wolverines. It's time to carry Smith. His first carry. They need 8 yards right now for a first down. 2nd and 8 at the 45. And Smith going to the air, going deep. He's got Mark Ray over there. Complete at the 20-yard line. And over the century mark in receptions as far as yardage this afternoon. 4 catches for a total of 102 yards. 1st and 10. And Smith gets it back in. Picks up 5, 7, 8 yards. 12 carries today for a total of 48 yards. Now going back, one-on-one, intended for Nelson, and just sliding in there. Third down and 2 for the Wolverines at the 12 of Ohio State. Garrett on the handoff. Inches. Garrett finding tough running room on that left side. Double tight end employed by the Wolverines. Caddis and Nelson. Long count by Smith. Option coming up the way. Smith hangs on to it. Fights for 2 yards. May settle for just 1. Garrett and Kerry Smith remain in as the running tandem. Steve Smith looking. Got a man open. Caddis touchdown. Eric Caddis makes the reception, the junior from Cincinnati, Ohio, for his first reception of the year. It's a touchdown reception.
And give credit to the call. Caddis is the backside end. It's a throwback pattern. Smith is looking right the entire time. Back comes Caddis across the field. A mistaken coverage, wide open at the 2. Touchdown.
The touchdown on the pass from Smith. Yes, kick is good. Flag has gone down. Wolverines with that extra point. It's against Ohio State. It is good. Wolverines 24, Ohio State 14. We'll be right back. Strike from Smith to Caddis. Kickoff dive. And waiting now is Lindsey and Woolridge. It'll be out of the end zone. So Michigan's last 2 scores resulting on turnovers by Ohio State, an intercepted pass. This last one on a fumble. Tomczak firing in desperation as he had pressure. Still at the Buckeye 20-yard line. Tomczak trying to get somebody open. And fires complete this time to Frank at the far side of the field. Frank has made his 6th reception for a total of 75 yards. 1st and 10 Buckeyes. A lot of pressure again. Tomczak firing way over the head of his tight end. 2nd and 10 Ohio State at the Buckeye 42-yard line. Tomczak again ready to pass. And firing almost a one-handed catch. Michigan in just a moment. 3rd and 10 for the Buckeyes at the Ohio State 42-yard line. Tomczak looking. Good protection. Flicked away. Intercepted Michigan. Fumble. Michigan still has it, however. At the Michigan 41, 1st and 10. Armstrong, the fullback, directly behind Steve Smith. And Smith fires to Mark Ray. Incomplete. And Lane dangerous. Good punt by Bracken. Sends him back inside the 10, the 5. Now trying to find running room. Great coverage by the Wolverines.
Didn't have a return on.
Tomczak back to pass and has it completed. Cooper.
Field, but they want to keep him in play if they can.
Well, Michigan does that. Ohio State looking for a big play if they can. Going deep. Very deep. Anderson overshoots him by about a yard. Flag back at the 15-yard line at the line of scrimmage. Illinois. Ohio State would suffer their 3rd defeat. Could not stay in bounds. And there to punt for Ohio State. The Buckeyes looking for a turnover. Cooper waiting for it around the 46-yard line now of Ohio State, straight up the middle, inside the 40, struggles down to the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 Wolverines. Garrett and Kerry Smith. Kerry Smith, the tailback, has the ball and brought down just. Garrett this time straight ahead. 3rd and 8. Smith. Bean making a shoestring catch. They rule it incomplete. Aiming for the corner. And goes out of bounds inside the 20, inside the 15. Bounces, of course, across the network. Tomczak back to pass. Hits Byers.
Coach Bo Schembechler, Sports Information Director Bruce Motti, and many, many more.
Knocked away that time. Poisson has been our spotter. Thank you, Freddie, for an outstanding job in this ball game again. And a pass is complete this time to Jemison.
Play the big play.
It's completed pass at the 45-yard line. Tomczak. Good catch by Anderson in the air for Ohio State. Minute and 58. Pumping to Anderson. Anderson high in the air. Did he make the catch? Touchdown, Ohio State. No flags. Anderson taking it away from Hewlett and from Cooper, making a marvelous catch in the end zone.
Ray, it's not over till it's over. Did Yogi Berra once say that?
Yes, he did.
This is a Hail Mary pass. Tomczak goes up. He's got double coverage. Pumps once, but Cooper doesn't take the fake. He stays back. It looks like he's ready to make the interception, and it's bobbled around there and right into Anderson's hands in the end zone.
The pass reception. Cedric Anderson has the touchdown. The extra point is good, and Ohio State back in this ball game with 1 minute and 52 seconds to go. Michigan 24, Ohio State 21. Batted around by Ohio State. I believe Cooper fell on it. Contact was made with that ball around the 50-yard line. And I thought that was Steve Hill that got that hand up there and touched that ball for Ohio State. Kerry Smith drives to the 45-yard line of Ohio. Garrett straight ahead. 1 minute and 3 seconds. 3rd and 8. Smith wanted to go up the middle. Looked as if he was going to try the old quarterback and go up the middle, and he was going to go no place. Leading line of scrimmage to 50. No contact made. Ohio State man back on side. Booms this one. Garcia Lane looks at it, bounces at the 2 and into the end zone. So touchback. That means that secondary of Michigan got to be really alert. And complete to the tight end, Frank. They stopped the clock to get the chain up here. 24 seconds remaining. Tomczak faking to Byers. Looking, passing, complete. That time you can see he did not have possession. He was still juggling it. Tomczak with 15 seconds on the clock, trying to get a pass out. And a desperation going to 11 seconds. And out.
Look at Earl Bruce.
About right. It's about right.
And here's Tomczak. He's going to run for the first down, but again, the clock runs out. And that's the ball game. Michigan heads for the Sugar Bowl. Virtue of a 24-21 victory over Ohio State this afternoon in Ann Arbor. We'll be back with a wrap-up after these words.